Wonder Woman 782, Becky Clooner and Michael Conrad writing with Marcio Takara on the art. And the last issue, of course, was the cliffhanger of all the fake Wonder Woman flying towards the plane that Diana was on, with Dead Man and a corpse. just for all the important details that you need to know. Dead Man was in a corpse.
That detail is more important than you might think. Just in terms of recapping, it comes up quite a lot in this issue.
Yeah. So Diana's like, okay, well, I guess I better go change into my onesies. Well, that's what I'm calling her outfit now. Her onesies.
I hate that. I hate you for putting that into the world. If I ever hear anyone else ever say that, I'm blaming you.
At Connor Ryan 94, everyone, just whenever you're ready. So they fight all the fake Wonder Woman on the plane and smash them to bits because they are kind of fragile and made like a sort of glass-like sort of thing. So Wonder Woman lands the plane, and they're like, okay, what the hell's going on? Is Dr. Psycho behind this? It feels like his sort of shenanigans. But we still have to go and do this thing with the sword for Siegfried. We still have to go do that. So let's go and deal with that. And also, she keeps putting off talking to Steve. Well, she tries to call him at one point, but the connection's bad. Doesn't really work. She also isn't.
It's also the middle of the night.
Yeah,
there's a time difference.
Yeah, it's like 8 a.m. in Sweden. She's like, yeah, I'll call Steve in Washington, and it's like 2 a.m. or something stupid like that. So, but the call kind of drops because the connection's bad. Which, maybe a bit on the nose with the Dr. Psycho comparing something to a bad international cell phone call on the next page. Like maybe just a touch too on the nose.
Just a little bit, yeah. This is one of those examples of there's a trend in comics at the minute that I don't know if you've noticed of trying to link dialogue and narration like scene to scene to give it this seamless transition, which is something that's been done a lot over the years. But recently, there's been a trend of just sticking the last bit of your dialogue on the next page, whether it's actually relevant or not, just as a way of linking them. I don't think it really works, but this kind of feels like it's not quite that. It's actually trying to link them thematically instead of just finishing the dialogue, but it does it in a arguably even clunkier way of just it's there just to have this link. It doesn't actually make sense as an analogy that would have been used normally.
Yeah, although Dr. Psycho is actually broadcasting an ad for his but he comes across as like a 2-bit psychic who's trying to convince everyone that he can speak, like people are speaking through him, and he comes across as a charlatan, and he starts talking. He starts like having someone else talk through him. He's like, I'm channeling all spirit, a champion, speak through me, tell us your name, and but then it cuts to Ed like answering a phone call, and he's just on TV, and he just it's like Cisco's undoing delusion. Sorry, it's just like obviously it's building up to something, but I kind of love the idea of him being just this cheap like guy who's shilling his book and like his performances that people go to.
I think the worst part is we know he has actual power, so it's like okay, there's a reason for this. It's doing something.
Oh, no doubt. So yeah, but then we go to Sweden where they get to the grave place or the final, maybe where he died. They're not sure if it's the grave site or if it's where he died, but either way, they're at where he perished, and Wonder Woman puts the sword in, and this sort of
little moment.
Although she does give Dead Man the coat because Dead Man's corpse is starting to feel freezing.
Yes, because it's cold-blooded or no-blooded at this point. There is nothing internal to keep it warm, so it is literally freezing.
But basically, you kind of get the sense that it's kind of past by its sell-by date, and he probably needs to move on soon.
Yeah,
it's kind of the gist you get. A bunch of the fake Wonder Women start flying over the city and causing chaos, which is what the phone call they get is about.
Actually, I really like that panel where just before she gets the phone call, just the looking down on the sword in the memorial with the light in behind coming through the clouds, and it was a gorgeous panel.
Oh yeah, that's very pretty. There's even a bit of comedy. Is like, oh, we didn't silence the phone for the dramatic funeral that we're having.
She's like, I forget I have one.
Yeah. So of course they're flying back, proper just flying in the sky, Wonder Woman style, because they don't have time. But it's actually mid-flight that Deadman's like, you know what, this body's done.
Yeah, you'll have to drop me.
Just drop me. And then like Deadman, like the spirit version pops up at the bottom of the page, just like, that's much better. All right, where are we? Let's get going. So yeah. And it actually builds up to kind of the reveal of who is doing this. This specifically, obviously, I still suspect Dr. Psycho might be involved, but who's specifically creating these copies? So we have a sort of new villain. I think it's a new villain. I'm not familiar with them.
New to me.
People can fill us in if it is an old timer, but the Image Maker, and he's revealed in this sort of couple of pages at the end, where there's a lot of like mirror images of Wonder Woman, and then like him in shadow. It's a really nice. It's kind of like one of those Hall of Mirrors kind of scenes.
Yeah, Image Maker says, master of the mirror world. So team up with Mirror Master soon, I take it, yeah?
Yeah, I can see it. Maybe he hates Mirror Master. Maybe he's like, damn, that charlatan made that stupid like mirror gun.
Upstart.
Yeah, I'm the real Mirror Master.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just says Diana faces herself next issue, as you'd expect. So. I'm enjoying the story here. I think her banter with Deadman is mostly pretty fun. I like the tension of like building up to talking to Steve again. I think they're handling that kind of well, and the close calls. Dr. Psycho's proven to be fairly entertaining with his little shtick right now as we're building him up.
Yeah, I've been enjoying Psycho. I think it's still at the moment hard for me to read Psycho the same, thanks to the Harley Quinn show, which had a very unique take on Psycho. I hope some of the elements of that version are kind of brought into this now.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to kind of delving into that stuff as we go through this.
I almost think, like, maybe, I don't know if this is what he's doing it for, but I almost like the idea that they're kind of like almost dismissing him as a serious threat because he does look like such a goofball right now. They're not taking him as seriously as they should be, perhaps.
I can definitely see some real world parallels sneaking in with that.
Mm-hmm. So,
some politicians that we didn't take as seriously as we should have done.
I can see some things brewing along those lines. So, yeah. And the art's pretty solid as well. So I have a good time. It's a shame that I'm probably going to have to drop this book for a couple of months when this Trial of the Amazons thing kicks in.
It's really disappointed me to learn how heavily it's going to be just part 1, part 2, in each book. And
yeah.
That... I mean, I'll try the first issue, but I'm a lot less optimistic now than I was.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of there with you. So, anyway, it's not bad. It's not a bad issue. I had a good time. I'm enjoying reading Wonder Woman again, even if I'm going to have to pause again for a little bit. What are you giving 782?
It's just a 7 from me, but I mean, it's pretty good. It's solid.
Yeah, no, I agree with the 7. It's good. Not exceptional, but good time.
Yeah, I've been enjoying this book for a while now, and it's solid 7. Yeah, sometimes I like having a couple of those books. Not every book is going to be the big, massive, 9s and special things. Sometimes I just want some good, solid superhero action.